Welcome back to Norris Outdoors. Today we're going to be reviewing the Neo Eco Airbrush. We'll unbox it, then we'll do a little demo and talk about the lures we want to paint in the upcoming video. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing. Now let's break into the box and see what we got. Looks like the air hose is on top. Looks big enough to give you plenty of working range. Now moving on to some extra nozzles and needles. That'll be nice for changing up or if everything ever breaks or gets lost. Now it looks like we got some cleaning materials, some brushes and some picks. That'll be good to clean out the airbrush with. Now breaking into the main compartment, we got the two main ticket items, the airbrush and the air pump. Starting to look at the air pump. Feels nice and solid, not too big. Will be good to use on your countertop or workbench. Move on to the main centerpiece is the airbrush. Now we just got some miscellaneous items. One, a really big cup. That'll be a lot of paint to use. Move on to just the standard power adapter. Nothing too exciting there. And then we got some 3 miscellaneous items. A quick disconnect. The black part is the airbrush holder that attaches to the pump and a smaller cup. Last but not least, the instruction manual. So now that you know what's in the box, let's get into the paints and lures that we'll be painting in future videos. Now since we know what comes with the airbrush kit, we'll be focusing and looking at what paints we got from Amazon. Link is in the below. It's a 30 paint kit with 3 thinners. We'll take a look at that shortly. And we also got an assorted lure kit. So we should paint those up in the next video and you guys will see how we make our own lures. So let's look at the paints. So I've never used an airbrush before and I've never used airbrush paints before. Al's behind the camera so he might chime in.
Howdy guys.
It looks pretty good. I don't know really what I'm looking at. I'll try to take it out. So here's all our colors. I don't know if you can get a good look at that. But, so here's our 3 thinners. I'll show you guys. So our brand, I think it's Homie Art. Popular on Amazon. So hopefully they're good.
So wait, so the thinners, what's the like?
So I believe the paint comes a little thicker. So when you put it in your airbrush, you're gonna have to mix it up before, and we'll show you that in our demo coming up. So we'll put some in, thin it down, and then we'll be able to put it through our airbrush. They say you want about the consistency of skim milk. So we'll see if we can get that. But some colors that look pretty good right off the bat. He's showing you orange, which will be good. I'm seeing these and that orange maybe for a fire tiger. Ooh. That could be a fire tiger, looks good. We got gold. Gold purple.
Oh, these
metallic purple or normal purple. That looks pretty good.
Oh, metallic purple.
So the paints look pretty good. Looks like we have some good colors to work from. So we'll see if we can make some cool looking baits. Now let's look at the baits. I'm excited to see how these turned out. It was a pretty good deal. They don't come with hooks or paint. They do come with eyes though, if you want to show them that.
Oh, sure.
There's some silver, some red. Those look cool. Oh.
Oh wait, let's take these out.
These are sweet. Got a nice deep diver here.
Oh, it's got the rattle in there?
Look at those big rattles. It's kind of cool, you can see what your bait's made of when you get one. And then
I'm taking these eyes out. So there's the silver eyes. We got red eyes. You can see that in the light.
And then these two are also interesting. Those are more jerk baits. The top one looks kind of like a Vision 110, so I'm actually kind of curious how that will work comparatively.
The bottom one looks like an HJ.
Yeah, it does look like an HJ. A little shorter build. But
What's the brand on this?
brand is Bombite. Let's make fishing fun. That's what we'll do. So this is what we got for our lure painting and our making. We still have to get hooks, but we'll get those later from a tackle shop. So next, we'll show you a demo on how to use our airbrush with what we just got. All right, welcome to our makeshift spray booth. We're gonna give you a little demo of our Neo Eco airbrush. Is that a shot? All right. So here's our dual action trigger. So if you push it down, you get air but no paint. And if I open this up, so this stuff comes pre-thinned, which we showed you before, which is a nice perk, so you just can drop it right in. Ooh, if I open it up. So we'll just do a couple drops, just for some fun. So push it down, you get air, and then as you pull it back, a little more paint will come out slowly. And as if you bring it all the way back, it'll be nice and big. So I switched out the smaller nozzle to the smaller nozzle. So this is a 0.12 millimeter nozzle, which is perfect for our small baits. As you can see, they're not very wide. They're probably honestly about this thick, so it'll be very quick to paint with them. And then if you're doing something bigger and you're not maybe using it for lures anymore, you can switch to the 0.5 millimeter nozzle and give you a bigger spray. So then also some other cool features is this first knob does the tension on the spring here. So as you pull this back, it'll just be harder. So maybe you can get a little more fine adjustment and to your feel. And then also this back cap limits how much paint you can put out, so it just stops it earlier, which is really nice if you're doing those small intricate details on the fishing lures. Then you don't have to risk spraying too much. And then finally is this little knob, which just fine tunes how much air is coming out of the nozzle, and you can really dial it in for a specific pattern. And then also quick disconnect, so you can clean it easily and don't have to unscrew it. So that's our demo. Oh, so I have to add a little more to get some paint out. You can get nice and fine. You can slowly lighten up. So look forward to using it more in our next video. Check out when we make a lure, and it should be awesome. Alright, now since you saw us just demo the air gun and see how we're going to use that to make these wonderful baits in front of us, this is kind of what we're thinking of, how to break down the paints to make the baits we want. So first started out with one of our favorite yellow perch colorway. Caught a lot of fish on this, at least RJ does. So these are the paints we're kind of looking at. Darker green, some tan, some yellow. And now transitioning to our pink lemonade and clown color. We've caught a lot of, correct me, what fish? Is it?
King salmon.
Is it
browns
kings?
on
Was
it?
it kings?
Yeah, we caught kings and browns on that.
Kings and browns. We have a video. You can go check that out. But that's a good colorway. This is real good for walleye. Pink lemonade. So we got our fluorescent pinks, yellows, some reds for the head of that. Might just put some red dots and test out that for different baits, like bass on the crankbaits over here. So now we got our fire tiger presentations. So fluorescent yellow, you can also pull this yellow. Got our oranges, got our greens. Hopefully we can make a nice colorway like this. Should be pretty simple, just 3 lines. And then we may cut out a stencil or something to create the stripes. But you're gonna have to check out our video where we paint all these, and subscribe and stay tuned for that video. So remember guys, no one owns the water. Peace.